Have you ever wondered where the vibrant Rastafarian culture originated? The roots trace back to a prophecy in Jamaica, an anticipation of a black king's crowning in Africa. This prophecy came to fruition when Haile Selassie, a black African man, ascended the throne as Ethiopia's emperor. This seminal event signaled a significant shift, marking a departure from the era of black man slavery. For black Africans, it was a glimpse of hope, a symbol of potential liberation and empowerment. The crowning of Haile Selassie was seen as a beacon of hope and a confirmation of the prophecy. It was a pivotal moment that marked the birth of a new culture, one that embodied resilience, unity, and pride. This was the genesis of the Rastafarian culture, a culture that would later permeate through music, arts, and lifestyle, influencing not just Jamaica, but the entire world. This significant event sparked the birth of a new culture, a beacon of hope for black Africans, the Rastafarian culture. So, how did this African-rooted culture find its way to Jamaica? Well, it all began when Jamaicans, descendants of black African slaves, started to strongly identify themselves as Africans. This connection to their roots was more than just a historical fact. It was a beacon of hope, a source of pride, and a foundation for a burgeoning cultural identity. The Rastafarian culture found fertile ground in Jamaica, a place yearning for an identity that could resonate with the people's shared ancestry. The prophecy of a first black king in Africa, later fulfilled by Haile Selassie's crowning as Ethiopia's emperor, was a beacon of light, a sign that the days of black man slavery were numbered. This sparked a cultural revolution in Jamaica, leading to the rapid rise of the Rastafarian culture. The Jamaicans embraced Rastafarianism wholeheartedly, weaving its threads into the fabric of their everyday life. And thus, the seeds of the Rastafarian culture were firmly planted in Jamaican soil. But what about the rhythm that pulses through the heart of Rastafarian culture? Reggae music. This vibrant genre, deeply rooted in Jamaican soil, is a symphony of resistance, resilience, and celebration. The birth of roots and reggae music was not just a musical revolution, but also a beacon of hope and solidarity for the sons and daughters of Africa. The pioneering role of musicians like Bob Marley and the Wailers was instrumental in this vibrant transformation. Their soulful tunes, infused with messages of unity and liberation, reverberated across the world, finding a special place in the hearts of listeners in Africa and Jamaica. They were not just musicians, they were the torchbearers of a culture, the voices of a movement, the ambassadors of Rastafarianism. Other artists like Burning Spear, Joseph Hill and his band Culture, Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer also played a significant part in this musical journey. With the rise of these talented musicians, reggae music became an inseparable part of the Rastafarian culture. As the rhythm of reggae music echoed across the oceans, how did Africa respond? From the heart of Jamaica, the vibrant chords of reggae started to resonate with the African continent. The rhythmic pulse of this music found a home in the hearts of two African artists, Lucky Dube and Alpha Blondy, who would become crucial players in the propagation of Rastafarian culture in Africa. Lucky Dube, a South African native, used his music as a voice for the oppressed, infusing his lyrics with a message of unity and resilience. On the other side of the continent, Alpha Blondy, hailing from Ivory Coast, utilized his reggae beats to advocate for peace and love. Their music, echoing the principles of Rastafarianism, resonated with Africans, further promoting the culture's growth. Their influence, coupled with the core Rastafarian belief of African unity, sparked a cultural revolution. The Rastafarian culture, once a beacon of hope for black Africans, had returned to its roots, thriving in the heart of Africa. But every culture has its challenges. What were the struggles faced by the Rastafarian culture, and how did it continue to thrive? Rastafarian culture, like any other, has battled against a tide of misunderstanding and prejudice. From being dismissed as a fringe movement to facing social ostracization, the path to acceptance was far from smooth. Yet it was through these struggles that the culture found its strength and resilience. The rhythm of reggae music played a pivotal role in this journey. Artists like Bob Marley, Burning Spear, and Lucky Dube used their music as a platform to voice the struggles and aspirations of the Rastafarian community. Their impassioned lyrics resonated across Jamaica, Africa, and eventually, the world. Reggae music became a beacon of hope and unity, a lifeline that kept the culture alive and thriving. It gave the Rastafarian community a voice, a medium to share their story, their struggles, and their triumphs. Despite the struggles, the Rastafarian culture continues to thrive, powered by the rhythm of reggae music and the unwavering spirit of its followers.